Good morning, guys. How are we doing? Today is the 13th of March. No, May 2021. Not awake yet. And I got told off last night because by the time I'd finished potting up 15 of the chestnuts, I was just counting them, sorry. 15 of the chestnuts were in the smallest pots so that we could have those 7-inch pots back and so that they could have better room to grow and establish themselves without having to be transplanted again anytime soon. I was hurting, and I was hurting a lot. I was in tears half of the evening, and my brain literally was leaking out of my ears. Anyone who and was not coping with multitasking or multi-conversations or anything like that, because it was hurting so much, because my body was hurting so much. So I got told off. And Tanny was like, you were doing those chestnuts and you were in so much pain. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Why are you bothering? Why are you doing any of this? And I said to him, as I always do, would you prefer a curled up in the corner in my cardi and slippers and wait you to die? Because basically, that's what I'm being asked. That, to me, in my head, that's what I'm being asked. And he said, well, no. I said, well, yeah, that's what you're asking me. I said, I'm always in pain. I said, that's what you don't understand. You don't seem to understand that I am always, always, always in pain. Just sometimes not in as much pain as in other times when I'm in a lot more pain. And I don't think anyone can really grasp that. I don't think anyone does actually grasp that unless they live in that situation themselves. The part for me that sucks is I can't take the meds. I can't take the meds. And I have to deal with it the best way I can. And the reason that I'm doing the garden and the reason that I'm going plant-based, because I'm taking all the anti-inflammatory type food or the inflammatory type foods and stuff like that out of my diet so that I can bring down the inflammation, which will help reduce the pain that I am in on a constant level. When you guys see me most of the time, I am probably at what would be classed by a normal person as a level 8. 1 out of 10, right? When they ask you how much pain you're in, I'm at a level 8. That's my baseline. It's a level 8. When you start to see it, or when I say I'm having a bad day, I'm somewhere up on a 10. Probably what would be more described as a 12. And that's when I stop. Once the job's done. I'm not going to do half a job. This morning I'm fine. I've had a rest. My body's had a rest. The couch was not helpful last night. I had to get my entire king-size duvet under my legs to prop my legs up so that my hips could be in a decent position, that they weren't literally screaming at me going, just cut me the hell off. Yeah, okay, see what I did there? I didn't swear. Okay, I could have. And I didn't. Oh. But people don't understand, and there is no way of you to understand. There is no way for anyone who is not living in chronic pain to understand what it's like to live in chronic pain. And the only way I can describe it is, you know that pain you get when you kick your toes, either your big toe or your little toe, on the coffee table? Imagine that constantly throughout your body. The best I can do. And that's my baseline. Okay? So it's hard. It is hard. But day by day, and sometimes hour by hour, and sometimes minute by minute, I have to go through the day. And that's, I'm not complaining, I'm trying to explain. The issue I have is that I have people who care about me a lot around, and they don't want to see me in the levels of pain they see me in. The problem with that is that that's never going to happen unless I do the things that I'm doing to make it stop happening. Because they can't. Only I can do those things. And they can help. Sure, they can help when it comes to the garden and stuff like that. Sure, help. But don't make it worse by making me feel guilty about treating myself. And I don't mean treating myself by buying myself takeaway. I mean treating myself as in a patient-doctor relationship with myself, which is what I pretty much have to do, and which is why I did all the study that I did and why I got the qualifications that I did to become a herbalist, nutritionist and dietitian, so that I could treat myself, because the doctors are fucking useless. They didn't used to be useless. They used to treat people holistically. And then the big pharmacy companies got involved. And then they started selling stuff. And they started getting commissions for stuff. And then they got taught that only the tablets will fix it. And it was like, well, in some cases that's true. But not in all cases. And for those of us who can't take the medications, we have to do something for ourselves. And that is what I'm doing. The garden is part of that. It's all organic. Tanny was talking about using pesticides. I told him, you better not, because you'll be poisoning me. And he went, what? I said, well, you don't eat the veg. You don't eat the veg. You eat some of it, a little bit, occasionally when you feel like it. But you don't eat it. So you're poisoning me. Because that will be, for a good 6 months, a huge portion of my diet. Will be what comes out of what we have in the polytunnel now, and what are in the containers and stuff. Well, not including the chestnut trees. Please don't. They are coming along really well. I was worried about the ones in the little pots that weren't showing their tops, but they are down there. They're getting their root systems in. It's fine. They're fine. It's all groovy. I still have, I mean, I only did 15, so I've got another 15 to go, so I've only done half of them so far. But there are times when I keep being nagged by my sister and by Tanny about doing the things, and they keep saying you can't do this and you can't do that. Well, you know what you guys can't do? You can't tell me what to do that's good for me. And I love you. You know I love you, but you know what? Back the fuck up. Please. Because I'm not ready to curl up and die yet. And I'm not going to. And I'm sick of having the same conversation week in, week out. I am doing what is best for me. For my sanity, for my physical health. And if you don't get it and don't understand it, just, that's fine. I still love you. I just need you to back the fuck up. And guys, if you have got someone in your life who is going through chronic pain and they want to do one thing, let them do that thing. You know, because those couple of hours of absolute joy while they're doing it gets them through the next 5 days of not being able to do a goddamn thing. Okay? Trust me. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Lecture over. I love you guys heaps. Bye bye.